Certainly, guys, we're starting the Corsa today. We've got drop links to do, and we have got the thermostat housing. Obviously, we'll show you a little bit more on this again, but this is the thermostat housing, and obviously you know what drop links look like. And we're just going to crack on now. We're going to record the process.
They're the old ones.
Yeah, I've already done it, but now we can't work backwards. But yeah, we're just going to start this now. Right, so just got the mole grips on the back. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in with a gun because it's the easy way. Straight off, piece of cake. So just got to take this one off at the bottom. Sealy the sausage out. Yeah, just gonna, like I said, this one's out. It's just, instead of getting a bar, I haven't actually got a bar long enough. I'm just gonna jack the bottom of the hub up to get that level to take out. But I'm just gonna get this one down here exactly the same. Put this on this side and then get Sealy straight in there to get her out. So tighten up a little bit. Right, we're in. There you go. That's all it needed, was the tension taken off. Right, it's the new one. This is a Napa NST 4018, if that is relevant to anyone. Probably not. And these ones are 17s. So that's that one. It's that one, and then all I need to do is just change it on Sealy. Hopefully that'll just go straight on. Hey! Huh? Right. So they're all tightened now. What I'm going to do is just change over to the 17 on. Give that a nice little couple of two on that. Obviously you don't want them too tight, he says. Oh, so that's that one doing as well. And that is the drop links changed. So now all we've got to do is, Rubble's just eyeing it up now. And what's that, mate? What are we changing?
Thermostat housing that comes with coolant temperature sensor. Wasn't listed for this car. We opened about 10 versions. So that is the actual part number for a 1.4T.
It's CCH0157. Yeah, so it was a pain to get hold of because you'd done the reg check from Cats, didn't you? And
yeah, and then we cross-referenced it with Vauxhall. It still didn't come up on their system. So we just went by the picture of it.
Yeah, I sent Lee a picture, and basically it was a Mariva, wasn't it? Insignia, Mocha, and a Zafira C. So they all have this, and that's this part here. We have changed this part, but we need to get in there.
If you come around this side, mate.
Yep.
So the reason is because this is a turboed car, so it has this turbo cooler feeder as well. It's what feeds the cooler on the turbo, whereas a normal one just has this big back pipe coming out, and it still has that.
This one underneath here. And this one.
Yeah, so it just has the big one coming out and that one. It doesn't have this cooler because obviously they don't have turbos.
Yeah, so what are they worked out as? So there's 3 holding it in. What are they? E's? Yeah, they're E's.
E10s.
E10s. So there's 3 E10s to get to.
Comes with a gasket, so you don't have to.
Yeah, perfect.
Worry about it.
You don't have to seal it like some Dibbo's done this one. But you can see, if it'll zoom in, I don't think it will, but you can see it's been leaking out of here now. So yeah, we're gonna get that changed. We'll get going. But you confident with this one, Lee? Or yeah, he's confident. He's walking away with a confidence walk. Look at him. Yeah. So we'll get this started.
So are you ready to go?
Yeah, go on it. I'll let you carry on.
So first thing we've got to do is remove this big air intake to this throttle body, 7mm, and then get rid of that bit, and then that allows us to get at these E10 bolts. Another thing I'll just show Cabe. So this car's had work done to it, and the more and more we do work, the more and more we come across bits like this. Look at the ratchet. Not even done up.
It's crazy, isn't it?
So let's try this one.
That's all done, isn't it?
Yep, not even done up.
It's the same story with the spark plugs then, isn't it?
So some work has been done to this car and it's gone back together
Poorly.
on a Friday afternoon, I think. So that even might cure a little bit more of what else we need to look for. So it looks like we found our water leak. Our coolant leak, anyway.
Go on.
So I've just unplugged the thermo sensor.
Yeah.
Which is this green one.
Covered in water, is it? Oh, so it's just pissing up, it's leaking up the side.
So, and then it's venting across. So there's probably, let's take this one out and have a look.
There's probably a little O-ring. We could have just replaced the sensor.
There's an O-ring actually in the housing.
Yeah, go on, come more this way. That's it.
So,
Oh yeah, the O-ring's just there.
So let's see.
Same side, huh? I'll make the ceiling just there. Jesus! I can't believe I got out.
I just can't wipe my face.
That's the funniest thing. Yeah, I don't know whether you can see, but Rob had an accident. So,
Make sure you release the cap first. And make sure it's nice and cold. Luckily for me it was. Otherwise it would have been burnt.
yeah, so, everything in there went on his face.
Cabe's still wetting himself after my misadventure.
I can't wait for that to go in the video. I'm so excited. Careful. To wash the drawers down.
It's my first time undoing a cap.
Right, so what he's had to do now is a 8mm on a small ratchet. Right, we've managed to get it off, but as you can see, I reckon this is a big indication of why it leaked. Obviously we found it quite hard to get the part. Luckily we know the person from Cats, that we were able to go through all the boxes, but if it's...
Where's that pick?
It's dead out, isn't it? Do you want to come into frame, mate? Come across, no, do it, here. Keep going,
I
keep
want
going.
to see if there's an O-ring in it. And there is, but that's all breaking up.
That's the silicone, isn't it?
Yeah. So what they've actually done is silicone this up.
Come this way, come this way. That's it.
This is actually flat to this, whereas if you get the other one out, Cabe.
Yep. Smash it up. Sorry.
Yeah.
So this one protrudes.
Yeah, look, so there's a nice big ridge on it. We compare the two.
Come back in with
This has got like a well, probably 1.5 mm lip on it. That's flat as a card. So, and it actually looks like they might have put it in the wrong way around. No, they haven't. Right, on with the new one.
Well, that's broken away inside, isn't it?
What's that, mate? Yeah, is that like a rough casting? Isn't it?
Yeah, so this, I think this one's as good as dead. It really is. I don't know why they would even try and put that back on, but yeah, look, it's been absolutely beaten to shreds, isn't it?
There's a bit chopped out there.
So if you look there, there's a bit cut out on this one. It's obviously fresh, being brand new, but this is a real lash job, this is. But yeah, so we're glad we're replacing it, because this could clear up quite a few of our problems. Huh?
Right, the mounting surface of that, where that goes on, is absolutely caked in crap. So you're going to have to get a flat scraper and scrape that off. But now you can see right down where that water leak was, and that's stripping right down that bell house, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, look, so basically, look, it's all... Lee, I'm talking to you, don't look away.
Yeah, I can listen. You can do.
Right, so what's happened is all of this edge, let me try and get closer because it's got macro, yours hasn't. So on this edge here, it's literally just on, you can see it better like that. So that whole edge has come away, and that is just passing. That's why they've sealed this edge here, because it's be seeping through. You see that? I'm going to explain it to you.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? Did you check to see if this had an O-ring in?
No.
Can I have the pick? I can't believe that. It's a good job we checked that.
So it's on the thing. It should be in the body.
Yeah. Well, that's all.
But you can actually look. We've pulled the old temperature sensor out. You can actually see where it was letting by there. So I can't understand why you'd put this back when it was 30 quid.
But like we said, it was quite difficult to source, wasn't it? Because the ones that were coming up for our reg wasn't this.
No.
I'm going to start scraping away now. You can see that bit now. I'm going to leave that zoomed in.
Yeah, once we get this back on and put together, we've got a solution here mixed up with that no nonsense degreaser. He loves it when I say that. But we need to get rid of as much of this coolant as we can. It's actually nasty stuff, and a bit of it's gone onto the drive there, but luckily we've got a bit of a thing at the back of it, so we can catch most of that and get it all off the thing. But yeah, look, there's still bits of the old sealant coming off. So yeah, let's go.
Let's get it. Yeah, sorry. No nonsense. There you go, so I'm just rubbing it down now. Got a little flat blade here. Just gonna scrape away around it. You can see there's nice bits of contaminants coming off there.
Your favourite word, detritus.
Yeah, detritus. Right, just putting the thermostat housing back on. It was 3 E10s. We done them up by hand first, just to get the, you know, take the slack off of it. Yeah, so done them up by hand. Managed to pull them all in properly. Sped the clip up because it, you know, we're getting our head involved in the shot. So I still wanted to include it, but it is really, really easy to take on and off as long as you make yourself a little bit of space. Yeah. Like I said, it was relatively straightforward. You had 3 hoses to put back on. We've just put the back one on now, or putting the back one on now. We've got the top one that goes in from the coolant tank, and then we've got the big bottom one as well. So yeah, relatively straightforward and easy to do. So it's definitely something you could do on your driveway.
Tool's got us out of trouble so many times, especially on the Audi
And the Porsche.
and I only bought it for the Porsche to do the AOS with, because you can't do it without it.
Yeah, what he said. Sealy, wasn't it? Was this a Sealy? Come in a Sealy box. Must have been Speely. So we went to squeezer. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, you managed to do that one with your coolant hands. We're on. Oh, Lee, you didn't put the gasket back in. I took the gasket out of that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Right guys, so what we're going to do now is have a little tidy up with the tools, and then we're going to try clear as much of this coolant down as we can and do something about that bracket if Cabe wants to bring this camera around.
Oh, let me come over this side. What bracket, mate?
So
Oh yeah, I see.
this bracket here is
Yeah.
meant to hold on to this hose. Something's happened there somewhere. Again, there's this car all over. Someone's bodged something up. So we got the E10 out, I'm going to take that bracket off and find out how it should go, or whether it is actually snapped or what. But we'll have a look.
How easy was that to do then, mate?
Well, again, you need all the tools, don't you? We used all various, I mean, it should have been an E10, but in the end we've had to use an 8mm in certain areas, which is fine, same thing, but...
Yeah, I mean, all we use is, we don't use nothing special. We don't use snap-on. It's literally Halford's Advance, just because you get a lifetime warranty on them. So yeah, we use them. It's literally just stuff you can go to Halford's and buy. You know, that's what we're about. We like to be able to do stuff on the driveway. Nothing special. You know, like Lee was saying, we got this tool here to remove the, you know, the clamps. And that was from Wish. I think it was 90p.
Well, it wasn't from Wish, because I would never buy anything from there. It came from Euro car parts.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got our coolant, guys. This is concentrate, 100% concentrate. The mixture levels are on there depending where you live. Scotland, it's always cold. Down here, it's not too bad. But we're going to just do half and half on this.
Half and half.
Half and half.
Half and half. Ready?
Yeah. So obviously we've got some condensation coming off the engine where Cabe spilt all the coolant. So just let that burn off. we've put the heater matrix on to full inside the car, and then on number 2, and we'll slowly let it pump its way round, looking for any air bubbles or whatever. But so far so good. That new coolant body's held up, so goes to show that that old one was completely knackered. And these bits of plastic on these car like this, they're so near the exhaust that over years of hot cold cycle, they just get brittle and snap, and that's it.
Turn around, talk.
So we're just, where all that coolant splashed all over the engine, it's cleaned it up quite nicely where we've gone through with brake clean as well. We found the oil feed pipe to the turbo. The bolts were quite loose, so I think this car's been stripped for some reason, maybe a clutch or I don't know. But it seems every bolt that we come to is quite loose, so we're going to actually go through the whole thing now and just tighten every one up, and that could explain. There was a tiny weep of oil coming from around that area, and I've literally put on an E10 onto it, and it was just loose as anything. So we'll try them both now. This one will be tight. Look, yeah, that's rock solid, that one.
Yeah.
But that one here, if the camera can pick it up, is an E10. That one was really loose, and this is the feed pipe, and the pipe we changed in the last video is the return pipe.
Perfect. The Corsa's all done, guys. Hope you like it. Yeah, it's gone well. It has gone well with coolant's bled, drop links are done, and the housing's done as well. It all went on pretty simple. It's something you could do on the driveway as we've shown. Basic tools as well. So yeah, it went quite well. It did go quite well. So if you'd like to subscribe, that it really helps. We're trying to we want to get to 100 subscribers sort of by mid-January, if you could. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, guys, and thank you very much for watching. It's LB Motors for you. Thank you.